Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A and answering y'all's questions that you sent me. I'm also going to throw in some questions that I get asked all the time at the end, so stay tuned for that. If this video helps you out, drop a like and subscribe for more content. Alright, so if you see me looking down, it's because I'm just looking at your questions on my phone. So the first one, it says, what do you do to not get nervous and mess up a kick in a game? So you got to realize with being a kicker and with any sports, nerves are part of it. That's just kind of how it is, especially being a kicker, right? Everyone's watching you. But you also just got to have confidence in your abilities. So, right, we practice all the time and we practice these kicks a lot. So have confidence and know that you're going to make the kick. Don't get too worried about that. Just know they're a part of the game. Take a deep breath. And just kick with confidence. Alright, question number 2 is, where do you have your feet pointed from the hashes? So I'm guessing you mean like from my starting stance, and this doesn't change for me whether I'm on a hash or I'm in the middle of the field. For me, my left foot points like just outside my plant spot or at my plant spot, and my right foot is gonna be pointed just to the right of the ball, so a little bit more towards the holder. And that's just personal preference. There's guys that do it all different kinds of ways, and this is just something you have to play with. Alright, the third question I got is, how do you properly turn over a football on a punt? You're not always guaranteed to turn over a punt. Even if you hit it perfect, there's a small chance that you might not turn over the ball, and that's okay. But what we can do is maximize our technique and our drop to make sure that we try and turn it over and we give it the best chance. So to turn over a ball or on a punt, we got to make sure we have a good drop and we contact the ball right. So we want to make sure we hit it with solid and we want to get that spiral. Now, just because you spiral it doesn't mean it's going to turn over. You can spiral it and it just goes straight up like this and it'll drop. That happens if you get a tight spiral most of the time where it's spinning really good, almost like a quarterback through it, it'll go up and turn over. But it's really just in the drop and the contact of the ball, so don't get too frustrated on that. There's still really good punters that don't turn over a football. I know I've watched like Marquette King, and he bombs the ball, and some of his don't even turn over. So don't get too caught up in that, but just know it's part of your technique and your drop. Alright, the next question is, how hard is it to get a college offer for kicking coming from a small town? It can be hard no matter if you come from a big town or a small town, especially as a kicker, punter, or long snapper, because we're kind of the position the coaches almost forget about in recruiting, and they just push till the end a lot of times. So the best way to do this is get film out there, try and get your name out there, go to camps, and it is hard to get an offer. Even if you're at a big school, you do really well, like kickers sometimes don't get offered a scholarship right away. A lot of times they'll bring you on as a preferred walk-on, which means you're part of the team, you're just not on scholarship. So getting a scholarship is hard, whether you're coming from a small town or a big town. But you just got to find a way to get exposure and get your name out there, whether it be going to college camps or using your social media, connecting with coaches, getting your film out there. Alright, so the next question is, how do I get more distance on kickoffs, and does it matter how far you are from the ball? So one, it doesn't matter how far you are from the ball on kickoffs. Some people are closer, some people are farther. Now, the people that are closer, a lot of them have pretty big legs. If you look in the NFL, I think Harrison Butker's a little closer, but he's a big guy. He's like 6'3", 6'4". I don't know his weight, but I want to say about 200 pounds maybe, 190. So he's a little closer, but he's a very tall, lengthy dude. Some guys are a little farther back and they need more speed going into the ball. This is all just dependent on your leg swing and your style of kicking. To get more distance, it's a lot about contact and using your body, plus your technique, okay? So there's a lot of things that go into it, and some people do it differently, right? Now, you can maximize your technique as much as you want, but you got to get bigger and stronger and faster to really maximize your distance as well. So the main thing I would focus on, especially for younger guys, is ball contact, and using your technique and really finishing the kick and driving through the ball. That's going to help you the most. and then you'll get bigger and stronger and faster as you grow up and as you lift and run and everything like that. You go through college and all that stuff in high school. So yeah, distance on kickoffs is a lot about hitting the ball solid. So the next question is, what are your favorite pair of cleats to use, or do you use two different ones? So for as long as I can remember to kick, and even for soccer, I've used the Nike Tiempos, and I've just gotten the new model, not every year, but every other year whenever I need cleats. So those are my favorite. And then recently, I think within the last like 4 or 5 months, I switched and I actually used two cleats, one plant cleat and one kicking cleat. So my right foot, my kicking cleat is still the Nike Tiempo, but on my plant cleat, it's a Nike Vapor Edge 360, I want to say. It's an actual football cleat, and the reason I do this is because it gives me more support on my plant foot. So when I go into plant, especially on a kickoff, because you come in plant harder, it's going to help my ankle, and it's going to just give me more stability. Because sometimes you'll play on a grass field where it could be a little slick, and if you go plant hard on a soccer cleat, the studs and the ankle support's just not quite as good. So you can either hurt your ankle or you might slip a little bit. So I switched that, and I've liked it a lot so far. But yeah, my main cleats are the Nike Tiempos. Alright, the next question is, how do I get more power behind my kicks, and where should I be looking when I kick and follow through? So to get more power behind your kicks, just comes down again to technique and contacting the ball correctly. So if we have solid ball contact, we will get more power out of it. Also, just getting bigger and stronger, you're going to get more power out of it. For your eyes, you want to be dialed in on the sweet spot of the ball, or on the spot where you want to hit, okay? So you watch that spot, you kick the ball, and then eventually your head will come up. You don't want it to come up right as you kick, but when you kick the ball, you want to make sure you watch it, kick, and then you can slowly bring your head up and you'll see the ball. And people are a little different. Some people do bring their head up quicker, some people are slower. So this just kind of, I wouldn't worry too much about that, but some people that bring it up too quickly after they kick, they're not really finishing the kick and kicking through the ball. That's the only thing I'd say. But also, you don't want to have your head way back on the ball here, or like down at the ball, because that's not going to be good either. I don't know too many guys that kick like that. It's just, I don't think it's natural. If you think about like a baseball player or a golfer, when they swing, they connect with the ball watching it, and then their head slowly turns and they see the ball. So that's kind of how I think about it. So the next one was favorite core exercises, and where should my feet be facing before approach on a field goal. So I talked about where my feet face earlier in one of the questions. Favorite core exercises, I don't really have a favorite. Core is huge though for kicking. So a lot of stability work, like in the weight room that I do, is just about flexing your core the whole time and staying stable. But hitting core is really important. So you want to make sure you hit all parts of it. So like hanging leg raises will hit the lower part and a little bit of hip flexor. Then you got your crunches, it'll hit mid and upper and stuff like that. You can even do planks, but core is super big. I'd say my favorite exercise would be hanging leg raises though. The last question I got is going to a kicking camp like Kohl's better than getting private lessons? So there's a difference. Private lessons are going to get you better, and they will help you more with technique and getting better. It's not so much about competing for the most part, at least the guys that I go to. And most private lessons are going to be like that. Now, if you want to go and compete, then yes, Kohl's is good. But if you're looking to learn and get better, Kohl's is not the place to go. Kohl's is all about competing, and same with Sailor. If you're looking to get better, I would definitely do either private lesson. I know some coaches do a group lesson, which can be good as well. But you're going to get the most benefit out of a private lesson versus a camp, especially like Kohl's. So the last two questions I'm going to answer are the ones that I get the most often. So the first one is, they'll say, okay, I'm this age and this is how far I kick. Is that good? So there's no right or wrong answer here, guys. People develop at different speeds. So when I was younger, I couldn't kick as far as some guys when they were that young. So it's all about just putting in the work and trusting it, and some things will click faster than others for you or maybe other people. So some people are going to be able to kick farther at a younger age. Some people aren't going to be able to kick as far until a little older. And part of that is just technique, and part of that is putting in the work, doing your running, your lifting, and getting bigger and stronger. But there's no right or wrong answer for that. So don't worry how old you are, how far you kick. To give you a rough estimate, I'd say a good high school kicker by the end of his high school career can hit a 50-yard field goal or 55 and hit kickoffs from the 35 to the goal line. That's a really solid kicker right there. But again, if you're young, if you're in middle school or a freshman, don't worry about it. Even sophomores, you got a lot of time to get better. All I can say is just keep working really hard, get in the weight room, do sprints, and keep kicking and just get better as much as you can. Because again, it clicks for different people at different times. Alright, and the last question is that I get all the time is, how can I kick farther faster? Well, there is no way just to kick farther faster. There's no secret I can tell you. There's no pill to take that'll kick farther faster. Kicking is all about putting in the work, whether it's on the field with your technique or in the weight room or sprinting, plyometrics, whatever it is. It's all about putting in the work, and you'll see the results over time. This is not something you can just do and expect results immediately overnight. There's some days where you might get results pretty quick, like you were kicking and you didn't like it and you watch film, and then the next day you go kick, or the day after, and it starts clicking and you're like hitting really good balls, and that happens, okay? But there's nothing you can do, if you say, oh, I got a game in 2 weeks, I need to kick farther. There's nothing you can do to kick farther in 2 weeks. I mean, even a month, it's hard to get more distance, or 2 months even. But if you're putting in the work consistently, you'll eventually get stronger, bigger, your technique will improve, your body will adapt to kicking a football, and the muscles will get stronger and faster, and you'll be able to kick farther. But again, there's no secret to kicking fast. It's not an overnight thing. It's a process, and it takes time. Alright guys, that's my Q&A, so thanks for watching. If you made it this far, drop a like and subscribe for more kicking content, and I'll see y'all next time.